Going on, guys? It's your boy PS239 Riverboy, and I'm back at it again with another video. And this is another video on what's under the hood of the Pepe Vault. And a little disclaimer before we start: I will never contact you personally. I will never contact you directly. If you want to contact me through on Pepe Vault, you need to contact the support. I am the owner of that email, or you need to contact me through Discord is the most likely where you'll get me to reply to you on. But you have to contact me, and the account says Dev on it in the Discord, and you hit the support button on the app, and I will it hits my phone, so I will get it as a text message, and it will I will contact if it's a person, I will try to contact you right away. So I would never contact you personally. There's been a lot of impersonators and scammers out there who have actually stolen money from people, and I feel bad because some of those people I actually knew, and that's why I made that one compensation on my site, guys, because that person stole a lot of money from a person that I knew. So that's another reason why I'm making this disclaimer. I don't want that to happen again. I don't want anybody to get caught off guard by somebody trying to pretend to be me. But it's been 1 week since I posted my last video, and since then I haven't really done too many updates besides like the weekly and almost daily things that I do at this point because you guys are crazy on the auctions. I added a new raffle Pepe. I'm just gonna go to the actual website because it'll load up faster for me. Because I haven't done any changes. I added a new raffle Pepe, and he's already got 2,000 tickets drawn, and you can see the past winners. So Cyrax, he is the winner of the first ever bronze raffle Pepe. So that was pretty cool looking. And there's already a second bronze raffle Pepe. And there's going to be raffle Pepes that continue the line of all of these other raffle Pepes. And this raffle Pepe is probably going to be like if it disappears quick enough, it'll probably be like the holiday themed one because I dropped that one in Christmas time, and that one looks pretty dope. And then the other thing that I added, you can look at it there, but most of them are already gone, and I added some ninjas in the auctions. Those ones are actually pretty cool looking, and from the last time in the video I showed you guys a little sneak peek, but I added the samurai warriors. So I had a little bug fix on when I added this. The super villains, when their sale ended, instead of the sale ending and disappearing, it just reappeared with new collectibles, and it had new IDs, new slots, new mint counts, new everything, and it kind of threw up the database and messed up the system. So like my only other update this week besides those two things was me going back, and giving somebody a refund. And basically he purchased, I had to look through and see what's wrong with I added some bear market Pepes. Those, I think, yeah, those were in the auctions. I added, so there's been 2 auctions through the whole week. There was bear market Pepes, and there are the new ninja Pepes. I just did those ones like 2 days ago. Yeah, I did the ninja Pepes like 2 days ago. But when I noticed that their super villains was reopened and someone already purchased it. So I had to basically fix the supervillains supply, and then I had to confirm that whoever purchased it got a refund, and then I gave them a 10k compensation, pretty much. And I actually spoke to him through the support, because he was wondering what happened to his Chaos Jester. And I was like, I'm sorry, it was a mistake on my end. I refunded you the money, and then I actually gave you a little bit of extra Pepe because of the compensation. It was like one day that he had the Pepe, and then the next day I had basically took it away from him because it wasn't like I couldn't have just added his supply to the main supply, because the main supply, I think it was like already set to its mint cap. So whatever it was at first, like you see how it's 20 out, it's out 2 out of 20. Once the sale ends, it scratches the 20 and makes it 2 out of 2. So then it kind of throws off the database and creates a whole new ID number, new VIN number, new collectible, all these other numbers. It creates all new numbers for that, and it was throwing off the system, and I had to basically remove it. So I couldn't like merge it, so I just had to give him the refund. And the one day he had it, he would only have earned about 1,300 Pepe, and I had just gave him an additional like 10k Pepe, just so he like doesn't feel some type of way. And then yeah, if he really wanted the 1-year ROI on his 1 million Pepe, he could buy the Samurai Warrior Pepe, and he probably did. And there are other Pepes on here that you can buy. But if you're lucky, you can get better ROIs in the auctions. And I know some of you guys have, like the last recent guy got like a 1 year or under a 1 year or something like that. And some of these can get you there. I think this guy, they push these ones all the way up on the ones that they like. And I know some of them do go for under the normal ROIs. So if you guys kind of want to get a good ROI, try the auctions. And if once the user caps are on these ones, these auctions are actually a little bit more enticing to whales and stuff like that, because you only need 2 more whales to start the Omega Whale auctions, and then those ones are going to be 1,000 a day, and going to start with small bids, and then you guys can, only the whales can outbid each other on those ones, which is pretty dope. And I just like how long or how fast we're progressing on this, on this site. It's only been like 6 months since I started this and opened it, and we're already almost at 1.7 mil invested, and we are at 794 members joined. And I think that mint count is off, unless it's, oh yeah, it's not counting the miners that I own. And there is one other admin that he's like my personal friend, and I have him help me test out these updates, and he has a little bit of money on his account, and it doesn't count his NFTs that he purchased too. So there should be a couple more, like, yeah, see how it says 3,500 or 3,056, and then on the platform stats it says 2,968. That's just because between me and him we have like 100 collectibles, and I actually deposited Pepe on here, but now since it was costing me a lot of money to test updates, I just started generating my own Pepe because I can, and I just need to make sure these updates work. It's not affecting any of the stats on the site because I made it a required, or I put it in the code that my stats and my friend's stats don't. Yeah, see, statistics exclude admin activity and gift transactions for accurate user metric data automatically refreshes every 30 seconds. So there is a little discrepancy between the stats that you would see if you looked at the collectible marketplace, and that's the only reason why. is because that we have collectibles. And yes, my partner does deposit Pepe on here, and I told him that I will keep a track of what his real deposited Pepe is and what isn't, so he's not bleeding from the site. And I'm just trying to keep this site, and he hasn't touched any of the Pepe, he hasn't withdrawn, and he said he's trying to keep it on there for the long term. He just wants the vault to grow, and we all want this thing to grow. Have the bots running, I have more Pepe being staked, and I have very little Pepe being botted. And I'm glad that Pepe keeps falling and falling and falling, because that means the bot is doing its job. And then when I stop the bot, I can send more Pepe to be staked, and we can rinse and repeat the cycle, guys. So like, that's the main plan. I'm not doing anything super risky with your guys' money. I'm trying to be super safe, and that's why I have longer ROIs on these, because it's going to take me a longer time when I'm doing very safe methods to flip your money. And if I can keep doing that, I'll be able to keep using some of that money for updates and stuff like that. As you guys can see, I've done a lot of stuff for the site, and I'm very happy to see that people are now adding their websites on here to get newer people to use. For like, you can get money from signing up on these webs, or you can get Pepe for signing up using people's websites on here, and you can get, that's 400 free Pepe right there. I know it's not much, but I could add a 1 Pepe a day person in the auction or in here, but 10k a day, you do so many. I should add other ways to earn Pepe, and I'm trying to get the domain and the captchas, but since Pepe is so low, this is like probably one of the only opportunities I will have to buy most of all the Pepe that I've spent back. So I'm trying to just get as much as I can back as fast as I can, and then after that I will start doing the other stuff, like purchasing the domain name. Like, if I want to purchase the domain, it's going to cost somewhere around 150 for 10 years, and that's what I promised my homeboy. I'm at least going to do this for 10 years, and then after that I might sell it to someone else, and hopefully that they have good management. But the way it's managed now is going to stay the way it's managed until for at least 10 years, and because then after that I will start considering retirement. But besides that, guys, there hasn't been much updates today. I want to appreciate every single one of you guys who are on here and who are watching the series. It's been a long time. I put a lot of hard work and dedication into this app. I want to make this the best of the best of all degen projects. Pepe is my favorite meme coin. Pepe has always been one of my favorite memes, and I kind of want to make Pepe one of the greatest apps out there. But alright, guys, I'm gonna hit you guys up in the next one. I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, let's stack this Pepe together.